Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to call to order the Naperville Park District Board of Commissioners regular meeting. Today is May 14th. Time is 7 p.m. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Jackie, would you call the roll, please?
President Riley?
Yes.
Vice President Ori?
Here.
Commissioner Egan?
Present.
Commissioner Janner?
Here.
Commissioner Heidi?
Here.
Commissioner Todd?
Here.
Commissioner Young?
Here.
Next, we have introduction and recognition. To begin our awards and recognition this evening, I'm pleased to welcome representatives from the Naperville Parks Foundation. Would Foundation President Jim Healy please join me at the podium?
Worley was trying to duck out on us.
Not at all. Always supportive.
Okay, thank you, President Riley, members of the board and staff and residents of Naperville. The Park District Foundation was formed in 2011 to support our parks, our open spaces, and special projects benefiting our community. Recently, most of the donations of the foundation have been used to support the Park District Scholarship Fund. These scholarships are used to help families who are in financial need to enjoy our Park District programs at no charge. This program has helped many families continue, and it continues to grow. I'd like to share with you a comment from a mother whose child received one of the scholarships from the foundation. She said, "We have benefited greatly from the Park District Scholarship Program. The Centennial Beach membership allowed my son and I to have a place to go to spend quality time." This is something that families who cannot afford and do not have these type of resources gives them someplace to actually go to Centennial Beach, to actually enjoy the time that they're there together, because they can't afford to go to Great America. They can't afford to go to some of these other places. But these type of scholarships is exactly what this program is all about. This past February, the second annual Naperville Ale Fest brought thousands of people to Frontier Park to enjoy this unique outdoor festival. A portion of the proceeds from Ale Fest are coming to the Park District Foundation. So tonight I'm very pleased to present Mary Boboski, who is here on behalf of Lou Dog Productions, who will present a check to the foundation. So let's, the three of us.
Okay, great.
It is for $6,000, came to the Park District Foundation Board. And Mr. President, come on in. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Does this get notarized, or Mary Lou, is Frank here to sign the back of it, or? So I'd like to say thank you. On behalf of the Parks Foundation, I want to express the gratitude for this donation to all the people that it will help. This is a generous donation and will greatly benefit our parks and more importantly, the people who use them. So when you're filling out your next form to send your kids to camp or to do that cooking class or anything else, you'll notice that on the website, there's a little spot where you can go, and it says Naperville Parks Foundation. Just click on that site and be as generous as you possibly can, because the funds that you are donating go right back into our community, go back to help people attend those programs, and a lot of other things that we're trying to do with the foundation. So, Mr. President, the check will be coming back to you in a short period of time.
Yeah.
And as soon as we figure out how to endorse it and stick it through those little slots at the bank.
Thank you. Thank you, Jim Healy and Mary Lou Worley. Thank you also for the excellent work you do on behalf of the foundation. Since we have a lot of things to recognize this evening, we're pleased to recognize 4 Eagle Scouts who have completed beautification and enhancement projects at the garden plots. Would the following Scouts please join me? David Brancato, Alex McGurdy, Colin Rivard, and Jeremy Tang. I'd like to recognize each of you individually for your hard work and industriousness with a commemorative certificate. First, David Brancato. David's a member of Troop 101, designed and built the information kiosk and bench located near the center of the garden plots. The kiosk provides updates and information for all of the gardeners. He researched materials needed to prevent the fading of the printed information. He completed his project in September 2014. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Next, Alex McCurdy. Alex could not be with us this evening, but he's a member of Troop 107, and he designed and built a 3-slot compost bin located to the west of the Idea Gardens. The bins are used by the University of Illinois Extension Master Gardeners and help demonstrate how to compost successfully at home. The compost bins were collected in May of 2014, or completed in May of 2014. Next, we have Colin Rivard. Colin's a member of Troop 555, and he installed lattice screens along the west side of the Idea Gardens and planted a no-mow prairie area. The screen provides a nice backdrop for the Idea Gardens, and the prairie plantings extend the variety of native plants demonstrated in the gardens. He completed his project in November of 2014. Congratulations. And next, Jeremy Tang, member of Troop 107, who designed and built the interpretive signs that will be placed in front of the Idea Gardens, explaining and illustrating the type of plants in the Idea Gardens, which include a sensory garden, sedge meadow, native plant area, and more. These signs will help visitors learn more about the plants in the garden and how they can be used in their own gardens at home. Signs will be installed later this month. Oh, they're already installed. Wonderful. Congratulations. Congratulations. And on behalf of the Naperville Park District Board of Commissioners, we would like to thank all of you for your work. This really enhances the community garden plots, which are really a focal point on the center of town. So we appreciate your efforts, and I hope there was a worthwhile learning experience for all of you. Finally, we have a special presentation to share. Thanks to the creative work of Liz Spencer, her staff at NC TV 17, and the participation of several community members, we're proud to present a video tribute to retiring Commissioner Ron Orey. Tonight marks the 20th anniversary of Commissioner Orey's service in Naperville Park District, so let's all take a look at a glimpse of some of the many accomplishments during Ron's tenure on the Park Board and a throwback to some of Naperville's recent history.
The glory of gardening, hands in the dirt, head in the sun, heart with nature. To nurture a garden is to feed not just on the body, but the soul.
You know, how does that little seed become that giant sunflower, or, one of the picture on the wall there along the way. So that's a mystery, and I think I still have that childlike attitude to the whole thing.
Ron used to wear his hat, gardening hat, and if you saw him and his hat out there, you knew he was having a good time.
And it's always satisfying to be able to raise just something that you say, I raised that whole salad along the way. And it's also, like I said, it's got a social aspect to it. So it's good exercise. Some people find it good therapy. You can get out there, turn your mind off, forget about your worries, and just take it out on that patch of weeds or whatever it is.
Well, I've known Ron for about 6 years because we are members of the Naperville Community Gardeners. He is my mentor in the Master Gardener program. The Master Gardener program, we have 4 of them, and all the food that we raise there goes to the food pantry, to Loaves and Fishes. It was just kind of a special time for the 2 of us to be out there together because I've enjoyed working with him.
So I was working out at the golf course in '89, mowing the grass for a couple of years, and then Ed Provo, who was the head pro there, said, I understand you took some computer courses, and I said, yeah, and computers were just coming about. So I went into the clubhouse and helped him. I put my MBA to work at $5 an hour to get a business manager cheap, and I worked there until 95. And then at 95, they said they're expanding the park board. There's no golfers on the park board. So we need a golfer on there. So the folks at the golf course encouraged me to run. So I spent an exorbitant amount of money, about $100 for a campaign, and name recognition, I think, helped me get elected at that time.
It's been, with the Park District through good times as we're experiencing right now, and sometimes in the past when things weren't as smooth. But through that period, he was a steadying influence.
I've seen 9 or 10 different executive directors in the 20 years that I've been around there.
More of a mentorship for him to me when I got here in 2008. I knew what recreation was about, but coming from a kid from the south side of Chicago, I didn't really get into the gardening and I didn't get into the other aspects of what recreation is. Ron helped me with that rather quickly, and it was one of those, we talk about those aha moments. We're like, okay, you knucklehead, yeah, baseball, football, basketball, that's all great stuff, but there's a whole nother segment to this.
So it was SOS, Save Our Statues. And one of the first ones identified, because it was in such disrepair, was the World War I Doughboy statue in this park. Dee Pasternak and Ron Ori, who concocted this idea, and they were great in creating this campaign to be able to help raise awareness and raise funds.
And so they worked at it, and we had dollar donations, $5, etc. Over 375 Napervillians contributed.
And they raised over $56,000 to be able to renovate the statue in the park. So it was their idea, and they were the motivating force behind making the park look the way it is today.
And it was dedicated then in 2003 on Memorial Day. And it's there today, and it's been joined by the Spur of the American Navy, kind of looking at each other. It could be my favorite location for what it stands for and what we accomplished. And Ron it wouldn't happen without he and Dee Pasternak.
The renovation of the Doughboy statue began to take shape about a year after 9/11. And I think he really saw that this was an opportunity to help coalesce and heal a community in the wake of that tragedy. But it was also something of a way to be able to honor all of those who have served. And he was really focused on doing what it would take in order to serve the greater good.
We've known Ron for many, many years, and we're all aware of the passion he has for the history of Naperville and genealogy, and his last name's Ori, which is an old name. And I said, Ron, I think Ori is a name in my past. He said, it is? He had figured out that we were cousins. My grandfather's mother and his grandfather's father were brother and sister. So now whenever we see each other, we say, hi, cuz.
He's not one to shy away from a problem if it's difficult to handle. He's more than willing to get in and tackle it and address it reasonably and see it work through to conclusion.
He really, really opened my eyes and I think made me a better leader from an organizational standpoint and probably from a personal standpoint, to take off the blinders and be open to other things than to get you out of your comfort zone. So I'd like to think I'm doing an okay job here, and I think really Ron deserves a lot of credit for that.
And I truly appreciate everything he's done for Naperville, especially his love for history.
He's a quiet servant leader. He does stuff that you don't even know he does it. It's behind the scenes. He'd get a hold of something and not let go and get it done. The Doughboy is one good situation. I know he's done a lot of other good things for the Park District. And in fact, we just Century Walk, which is partnered down at the Nature Center, and that was Park District, and Ron had a big part in that as well, in building that park and leaving that as a heritage for Naperville in the future. That old property now has been restored and will be a benefit to generations to come.
A garden always gives back more than it receives.
I'd like to say thank you to Liz Spencer and NC-17 for your work in producing this video. Special thanks to Jan Greikus, Judy Caraveau, and Marianne and Brian Bobowski, who took time to add their unique perspectives to this video. And now I'd like to ask Ron Ori to please join me up here. Ron, as a small token of our esteem, I'd like to present you with the DVD of the video that's been done for you and give you the opportunity to say a few words to all who are here tonight. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
It's all yours.
Thank you all for coming, especially in the back row, my brothers and sisters. Some of them stayed for the meeting. I appreciate them showing up, and I appreciate the hard work you did to catalog 20 years of my experiences with the Park District. I think we've done an awful lot, but I'd like to leave you probably with one word. I think it's Curly from City Slickers, Jack Palance. One thing, well, my one thing is value. And value has a couple of meanings, and value can be the cost, the price that you may put on a thing, a tangible. But I heard at the chamber meeting a couple of months ago probably an additional meaning that I think we've all embraced at the Naperville Park District. And the speaker told a story, a personal story, of he and his wife when they were fairly newlyweds, didn't have too much money, and they were arguing over what they were going to do with that money. And the husband says, I think we need to replace this ratty old couch that we've had since our college days. And the wife says, I think we ought to take a vacation to the Grand Canyon. And the speaker said, we compromised and went to the Grand Canyon. And he said, I have no idea what that old couch looks like, but 20 years later, I remember the experience of our vacation in the Grand Canyon. So the other value, that meaning of value that I think we embrace at the Park District is the quality of the experience that we have as a Park District and as the services that we provide. And that is exactly the statement that's on the top of every page that we print, our mission statement. So I think in every decision that you make, and Jim, when you join this bunch in a few minutes, I think every decision ought to consider both the economic impact of our decision and the experience, the quality of the experience being provided by that expenditure of those funds or that service that we provide. So I think we've done a great job in providing quality recreation experiences to the community and have added value tremendously to the Naperville community. And I thank you for the opportunity to have been a part of that provisioning for the past 20 years. Thank you very much.
Jackie, do we have anyone from the public signed up to speak? Then we'll go on to committee reports and updates. Start with the Parks and Rec Committee. Jerry Heidi.
Thank you, President Riley. The most recent meeting of the Parks and Rec Committee was held on April 17th, which so happened to be the day after our televised meeting, so it's not all that timely, but it's the best I've got. Among the more interesting discussion topics were the food truck RFP, the new program registration software, the Riverwalk Eatery Survey, and the Activity Center progress. First, an RFP was published for food truck service at various one-time and recurring Park District events. These events are currently underserved in relation to food and drink. Proposals were received from O Mango, which is a fast food Indian concept, Aurelio's Pizza, TCBY, and Kona Ice. Contracts have been executed for the vendors that met our requirements, and additional vendors are being sought. A contract will be presented tonight for the purchase of the new program registration software, which is called ActiveNet. Numerous products were evaluated, and the team selected ActiveNet as the best suited option for the needs of the Naperville Park District. This software will provide many needed upgrades over the extant program. At such time as the capital improvements budget allows, the eatery is slated to receive some needed modifications. A questionnaire has been prepared and is being distributed to current and likely users with the objective of determining the improvements that the citizens of Naperville would most like to see. And finally, the committee discussed the construction progress at the Activity Center. Please recall that the groundbreaking ceremony occurred just last month. I'm pleased to report that the budget is intact. In fact, we are under budget, and the timeline that was set is realistic and will be maintained. Thank you.
Thank you. Next we have Golf Committee. Commissioner Todd.
The Golf Committee met April 20th. We reviewed the revenue and expenses. Memberships are on a par with last year. Rounds are twice as high compared to last year. We also reviewed the golf capital plan. We've deferred the master study to 2019. Presently, we're looking at ways to redesign the tee area of Springbrook in order to consolidate the practice area. There was a well service bid opening for Naperbrook, and everything for that looks really good. Marketing is promoting the Brooks Golf Academy and the training center. An open house for the training center was held April 25th and was well attended. And the next meeting is May 18th at Springbrook.
Thank you, Commissioner Todd. Next is the President's report. As already noted, tonight is an era change for the Naperville Park District as Ron Ory's service as a commissioner comes to an end, and we welcome Jim Ensign to the board. Jim's involvement in the Park District spans many years, and the community will benefit from his perspective and reasoned input. While we miss Ron's historical knowledge, we'll benefit from Jim's fresh ideas. The Naperville Park District is in good hands. I'm optimistic about the Park District's future, not only because of the caliber of the board members I serve with, but I'm also very pleased that we have come to agreement with our Executive Director, Ray McGurry, on an extension of his employment contract. Under Ray's focused leadership, the district has saved hundreds of thousands of dollars while completing projects on time with wonderful outcomes. Ray's contract extension offers stability as we begin the biggest project we've undertaken, the Fort Hale Activity Center. While the building is expected to come online next fall, it will take a few years for the programming and operation of the center to hit its stride. Incentivizing Ray to serve the district through 2020 is a nice little insurance policy for our residents. And next we have our Executive Director report.
Thank you, President Riley. I appreciate that you read that exactly how I wrote it. So it's outstanding. Thank you. Several things to talk about here. The countdown to the 2015 season is on at Centennial Beach. We are just 9 days away from the opening. Yeah, I know, 9 days. It's hard to believe when you look outside, but it'll get better, I hope. Anyway, do you have your beach membership yet? Purchase your membership through May 22nd and receive up to 20% off the regular price. Membership benefits include a 10% discount at Centennial Grill all season long, in addition to 2 member-only events. Also new this year is our Beach Twilight membership. This option is perfect for busy working families and provides access to Centennial Beach after 5 p.m. on weekdays and any time on the weekends. For more information about the Centennial Beach and ways in which you can purchase your 2015 membership, please visit www.centennialbeach.org. Registration is well underway for all of our summer programs, including summer camps for kids of all ages. Many summer programs begin this week, the week of June 8th. There's only a few weeks left until summer's in full swing at the Park District. Summer camp information can be found in the 2015 Summer Camp Guide, and the remainder of the summer programming can be found in the recently delivered Summer 2015 Program Guide. To view the virtual versions of both of these publications, please visit www.napervilleparks.org. Although we haven't yet reached the start of summer, our thoughts have already begun to turn to fall with the start of Naperville Youth Soccer and Premier Soccer registration that kicked off this week. Registration for our soccer programs always takes place during this the season prior. If you haven't registered your child yet for fall soccer, please check out the 2015 summer program guide for more information. Please note that some grades and locations fill up quickly, so act soon for the best selection. If you're a golfer, and we hope you are, who hasn't yet purchased our 2015 Brooks Advantage card, did you know that you can save money off of every single round of golf you play this season? Add to that the discounts on range balls, merchandise, and more, and you've got a great value there. There are plenty of months left in the golf season and plenty of time to reap the benefits of the Brooks Advantage card. Visit either Springbrook or Naperville to purchase yours today, or visit golfnaperville.org for more information. This next one kind of hurts here. Adults age 50 and over are now invited to participate in the first ever Naperville Seniors game. I can see a few people up here that could compete with me. Yeah, exactly. Do you enjoy being active with a little friendly competition thrown in? So join your friends and be a part of a few of all of the events offered. See, this is what happens when you get old. You can't even read a script. Offered from ceramic arts and billiards to tennis and swimming. Medals will be awarded to the first through third place in each category, and there will even be an awards luncheon. The ceramic arts competition begins later this month, with most of the sporting events taking place the week of June 22nd. For more information on this exciting new event, visit napervilleparks.org/senior games. This is really a unique opportunity here in the community. And in the Park and Recs field, and it's much like the field that came from in law enforcement, there's a lot of cooperation. I mean, we have the executive director from Bloomingdale sitting in the front row here, Carrie Fullerton. We share information all the time, and this was not a brilliant idea of mine. Oftentimes the staff cringes when I come back with ideas, like they don't want to send me to conferences because they know I come back with all kinds of these great things I want to do. But this really came from some other park districts, and I think this is a really unique way to engage the community and those that are over 50 to keep them active both physically and mentally. You kind of look at recreation as just a physical aspect, but certainly when you get involved in recreation, there's a whole mental aspect too. And as Ron said earlier, just kind of disengage yourself for an hour, 5 minutes, whatever it may be. I hope people take advantage of this. I think this is a really great thing. And finally, join us on Sunday, May 31st for a kickoff to summer at the 9th Annual Frontier Kite Fly Festival at Frontier Sports Complex. The event, which will be held from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., will be filled with gigantic flying kites, exciting demonstrations, stunts, activities, games, and live entertainment. This is a free event for the whole family. For more information on this, please check out our website. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we have approval of the treasurer's report.
Move to approve the March 2015 Treasurer's Report.
Second.
A motion and a second. Any discussion? Jackie, call the roll, please.
Vice President Ori?
Aye.
Commissioner Todd?
Yes.
Commissioner Egan?
Yes.
Commissioner Heidi?
Yes.
Commissioner Janner?
Yes.
Commissioner Young?
Yes.
President Riley?
Yes. Next, we have the consent agenda. Are there any items to be removed from the consent agenda?
Move to accept consent agenda items A through L.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? No discussion. Jackie, call the roll, please.
Vice President Ori?
Aye.
Commissioner Todd?
Yes.
Commissioner Egan?
Yes.
Commissioner Heidi?
Yes.
Commissioner Janner?
Yes.
Commissioner Young?
Yes.
President Riley?
Yes.
Move to approve consent agenda as accepted.
Second.
A motion and a second. Any discussion? This is a voice vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. We have no unfinished business. Next item that we have is new business, which is the oath of office to be administered by the Honorable Judge Paul Fullerton. Ask Judge Fullerton and Jim Edson to come to the podium.
Yeah, we can get them all. Yeah.
And Commissioners Todd and Janner.
Three for one special? Sure.
If I could just interject for a second, just for those of you in the crowd and watching tonight, Judge Fullerton has a unique connection to park districts. He was formerly on the commissioner, board of commissioners for Wheaton, and was the former board president. So I think people should understand that you work in the Chancellery Division right now.
I do.
And does a lot of work with those with special needs and that, and we're really grateful that you could be here tonight. You would have done it anyway, even if you were on the Park District, but he's a good guy, so I just wanted to say that.
Thank you very much. And to echo what he said, I was on the board for 2 terms, 8 years, so Parks and Rec are near and dear to my heart for many reasons. One of them sitting right there. But I appreciate your mission. I know what you guys do, and I appreciate it. So you have to repeat after me. When I say state your name, you state your own name. Okay? If you raise your right hand. I state your name. Having been elected to the office of Park District Commissioner in the Park District of Naperville, in the counties of DuPage and Will, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the State of Illinois, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of Commissioner to the best of my ability. Congratulations.
Thank you again, Judge Fullerton. Commissioner Ensign, do you have any words of wisdom?
I just want to thank everyone for coming here tonight. I was thinking today that 40 years ago today, I was probably sitting in a staff meeting to be a lifeguard in Wheaton Park District, and I was making, I believe, the massive sum of $1.60 per hour. And 40 years later, I'm a volunteer, so only in America could this happen. But I just want to thank everybody that has supported the Park District over the years, the staff and the board members. I see even more board members filing in the back over there, Andrew. And I want to thank everybody for their service to the Park District over the years, and I hope to follow in Ron Orry's and everybody else's footsteps. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, our future meetings. We have a regular meeting of the Board of Park Commissioners May 28th, 2015, 6 p.m. at the Barn Recreation Center. Then on June 11th, we'll have a regular meeting, 7 o'clock here in Council Chambers. And on June 25th, we'll have a regular meeting of the Board of Park Commissioners at 6 p.m. at the Barn Recreation Center on Martin Avenue. We have no executive session this evening. Next item is adjournment.
Move to adjourn the May 14, 2015 regular meeting.
We have a second from our new commissioner. Very good. All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Thank you.